Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thoughts Distilled Talk Show from homebar.io. I'm Kevin, and with me as always is Justin.
What's up, Kevin?
Hey buddy, and we have a very special guest today, Justin, don't we?
We do. Very excited.
Yep. So we've got Matt from the Bourbon Life Podcast with us today. How you doing, Matt?
Oh, so great, guys. I'm glad to be here, and thank you for the kind intro. I don't know if I'm special or just glad to be here, though.
It's our first celebrity.
So. Yeah, exactly.
I
was about to say.
Oh, come on. Set your sights a little bit higher than this. This is like, when you go to some event and all of a sudden the big celebrity is like Carlton from Fresh Prince 30 years later.
You're
our Carlton,
yeah,
30 years prior.
Yeah. We're awestruck. Celeb struck or whatever you call it.
I was telling Kevin we better get our shit together for this one because we got a professional here. So I've said what I said.
We'll do our best to keep it on the tracks. Thanks for being with us today, Matt. We're just going to go ahead and try our Traverse City. What is this, Justin? Let's talk about this real quick.
Yeah, so this is their most recent release. This is their 2022 Holiday Reserve. This is 14-year MGP, and this one is, where am I at, 57.4% alcohol and bottle 107 out of 188. So pretty limited edition. I know I've bashed before about waiting in lines, but I definitely waited in line for this one, as I've done years in the past for these releases. Yes, it was cold, but it was worth it. Matt, do you still wait in line for stuff?
I'm absolutely blown away. So I live in Lexington, Kentucky, and the fact that you only waited 45 minutes, and you're like, that's standard. Like, people just show up on a Wednesday before liquor stores open an hour early.
Oh wow, yeah.
Just any given Wednesday.
That's crazy. Just in case.
Yeah.
Well, that's when they get their shipment. Yeah.
Just in case, exactly. Just in case, if a standard release, I have waited 15 hours. I know people that have waited 40 hours,
and you might not get anything.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
You're absolutely right. You are the whole time. You're sitting there. You're doing the mental math. How many people are in front of me? What's the break? How many are in a case? How many cases do I think that? Suddenly, everyone behind you in line, they don't matter to you, but everyone in front of you is like an enemy.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe he needs to.
What is this?
Yeah,
exactly. What is this person like? All right, I know.
Save my number. Pretend to be his boss.
Yeah. Everyone behind you, you're like, you're my you. I don't care.
Yeah.
Behind you. Well, that is true. I guess we have that luxury, and I was actually panicking a little because I got stuck in a lot of traffic. So I was later than I wanted to be, and I was the fourth one in line. So I mean, it worked out. But it wasn't Pappy or Elmer or whatever.
All the things racing through your head as you're stuck in traffic. There, you're like, man, I'm not gonna get a bottle.
That's what I thought.
Gonna happen. I'm gonna be the 3,000th person in line. Yep. Yeah.
I'm addicted. Traverse City does some good stuff. And now this is MGP, but you still got to pick it.
Not sponsored, but we will definitely give them a shout out because they make some great
job.
stuff.
I haven't tried this yet. None of us have. So this is the first. This is what we'll be sipping on throughout this one. So.
Excellent segue, my friend. Yeah, so we'll be sipping on this as we kind of go through. We'll talk about notes kind of as we go through here. But what we're really going to be doing today is playing a game. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to have 5 questions, or 4, depending on how far we get. And what we're going to do is it's all about the new year. This is our new year kind of episode and looking forward to 2023 and some questions relating to that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask the question, and then we're going to write something on the board, flip it over, show you guys, and we're going to discuss it. So that's going to be our fun game for today. So you guys ready to get started?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so to start off our game, we're going to ask the question, guys, what style of whiskey, that could be something like finished or toasted or whatever, what style of whiskey is going to make it big in 2023? What do you think?
I feel like it's something we haven't thought of.
I guess you call that a style of whiskey. I don't know if that's what the right term for it, but that's what we're going to say. What style of whiskey?
To brush up on my oak styles and finishes here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're giving it away.
You seem very
then.
specific too. Like, you're like, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I don't want to feel stupid, but I might.
There are no stupid answers here. Okay, we have no idea what's going to happen in the future. Do you have a crystal ball? That's the only way that you have a stupid answer. Okay. All right, ready and reveal. Okay, this is what we're thinking.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Wow. All right. We'll start over with Justin. What do you think over there, buddy? You said double or triple blends.
I didn't do anything specific, but you're kind of not running out, but you've seen a lot of the different type of wood finishes out there.
Yeah.
So I think you might see more mixtures. I mean, Barrel does that already, and they do a great job doing it.
Amazing.
Very good. And obviously Joseph Magnus does it with some of their finishes. But maybe you see more of it just because, the toasted and the French oak and now Mizunara was last
Big,
year big or whatever. So maybe they'll just start blending more of those together. That's what I guess.
That's a good prediction. I like
double
that one.
or triple blends.
Nice.
So do you think within these blends, maybe there is going to become like a new like for instance, now there's a cigar blend, which is like Amburana, maybe Madeira, like you put a couple different oaks or a couple different woods together and you get cigar. Do you think there's going to become like a combination of a couple different blends that make a style?
Yeah.
And
maybe someone's going to create a new one.
Yeah, and it'll become like widely recognized, like all of a sudden. Like
and honestly, Barrel's probably going to do it.
Could be.
Yeah.
But I think so. Because I think we were talking about the cigar blends before, how I get that one certain note, like the rice pudding with cinnamon and sugar and milk and all that. Like maybe there'll be another something like that. You never know.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Matt. What do you think, Matt?
So I have two. Going along the theme of finished, I think Amburana wood finishes are really going to take off. We're just now starting to see it here in 2022. It's becoming super popular, and maybe it has been popular before, but we're finally learning what this wood is, and it's Amburana. It's from Brazil. And it makes an absolutely delicious finish.
Yes, it does. It does.
I think that is going to become popular, and I think I might actually know that it's going to become popular at a reasonable price point with a couple brands.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
So maybe expect to see in 2023 some not strictly single barrel or weird one-off releases available in Amburana or some other different oak or wood blends.
Wow.
So something more approachable, something more widely produced and distributed.
That is really nice to hear.
I'm excited about that. So, I love that finish. So, okay.
You heard it here.
Yeah, you heard it here.
So when we're doing the 2024 episode and we talk about what really went wrong in 2023, right here.
Maybe a Bourbon Life pick. I don't know, maybe.
There could be something brewing here.
I'm just guessing.
You never know.
And now where I hope we're going, blended whiskey, and then not just saying like blended finishes or taking a bunch of different of the same mash bill and blending to make a batch. I'm talking like old school Canadian blended whiskey where you're blending a little bit of rye, a little bit of Canadian whiskey, a little bit of light whiskey, a little bit of bourbon, and you come up with this blended whiskey.
Yeah,
it's like the old Seagram style. I think it's starting to become a little bit more popular. I've had a few recently that have been absolutely wonderful, and I think it is kind of an old forgotten, and I think the community sort of turned its eyes toward it for a little while and turned its back on blended whiskey. But I think we're going to start seeing a little bit more of it, and quite frankly, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, at least in the bourbon world, it kind of gets a bad, I feel like a bad rep. Like you think of Scotch.
Right.
Too, like blended scotches and stuff, which actually there's some really good blended scotches out there.
For sure.
But I like that.
Those
we're kind of on the same page.
Yeah,
I got the word blend in there.
Yep. You guys definitely put some thought into it. Makes me feel a little sad. I just said finishing in general. I think you're just going to see more of that in 2023. It's definitely something I feel like has taken off in the past couple of years before. In fact, we were talking about finishing. It was seems kind of a negative thing in the past, but now it's definitely much more of a positive thing. And another thing that I thought might be interesting to kind of add to this is there are some that are doing kind of like a wood profile finishing too. And so, like, I think it was Foregate does a very particular, like, they'll go every other stave kind of thing to get a different flavor of different...
different staves from different... Okay.
And then I think it might be Broken Barrel, but don't quote me on that. I think they're the ones who have, like a wood... bill, like it's instead of a grain bill,
they
like
have
a wood
an
bill
oak profile. Yeah,
oak
Seth,
profile.
Seth Bernheim and the Broken Barrel crew. That's
Yeah.
how they do it. Yep.
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
it's really cool, and I feel like as long as it's not proprietary or anything, that there would probably be more of that too. That might be something that might happen as part of finishing. You know.
What about not just finishing, but like different aging? So we've seen like Jefferson's takes it out to sea, and like. 3-Chord is blasting it with music and like the same is happening at Bardstown Bourbon. They've got like some ultrasonic barrels sitting somewhere. Like how long before we're like blasting barrels out of a cannon, like Evel Knievel style?
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. That's very much.
Could that be where we're going?
Yeah.
Ingram in a Kentucky brand. Ingram is aging on old barges.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, out in the river, right?
Yeah,
river aged. Yeah.
Yep.
They have rick houses on the river, on a barge.
They have they have bonded the first and only bonded rick house on a barge, floating
cool.
rick house.
That is very cool.
I have a thought.
What's that?
With Breckenridge is in Colorado, right?
Yeah.
That's where the distillery is.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They could have the first avalanche.
Oh, they just toss it down.
Do one of those controlled avalanches, right? I don't know. You'd have to reinforce some sort of container, but this barrel was in an avalanche.
Just went down. Yeah, that's. And then what is it? Doesn't Brad Paisley drive it around in a semi or something? Is he the one who does that? And then that's like how he does it to kind of get different environments or something. I thought that's what I'd heard about his too. But anyways, all kinds of things. That's a great idea, Matt. So maybe you should just patent that.
That's right.
Like aging. Just say aging, and then no one else can do it. Yeah. Cool.
So
okay.
If you're a cannon manufacturer, we need to get in touch because I need to find a cannon that'll shoot
Someone
barrels.
will do it. Yeah. Someone will do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
True story. Someone will do it.
Oh yeah. All right. Before we get to question 2, we're going to take a look and nose this TC Whiskey Holiday Reserve, 14 years aged. See what's in here.
Good bit of vanilla.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think we're all commenting on really nice oak too.
Yep.
The age comes through, but it's certainly not tannic. It's not like in your face.
Yeah.
Like burnt sugar, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brown sugar.
Yeah, definitely get some of that.
Good caramel, just like pie fruit. I don't know if I'm like picking up some like cherry or like strawberry.
Yeah,
pie.
I could definitely get.
I definitely could see cherry.
Like maybe some sweet pecan.
Yeah. I was about to say like a sweet pecan thing.
That's it.
Yeah, it's like a nut. It's like a nutty, but like a very buttery and sweet kind of nut thing going
the oil,
on.
like the oily that you get from like a roast nut. Like
yes,
nice,
exactly.
That taste and that aroma.
It's just lovely, and I do get a little bit of baking spice. It's almost kind of like a little bit muted, but it's there. It's definitely good.
Yeah, it's all together decadent, just really nice, rich, full-bodied.
Yeah,
we weren't supposed to drink it yet.
It's okay. We can drink it. We can drink it. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's just go ahead and drink it now. Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
God, that's oily.
Mm-hmm. I was just saying it's very oily.
Wow.
Cakes the entire mouth.
Wow. Yep. Coats your entire mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely get both sweet and spice and oak. I mean, it's all in there.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, oak comes through for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not off-putting. It's not like bitter or anything like that. And
yeah.
It's complemented nicely.
Honestly, I get a little bit of like tobacco on the very finish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's a nice aged product that's been sitting in there for a while.
Yeah.
Good tobacco on it.
Good
nice
tobacco
little bit
on
of
the
leather.
There.
The leather for sure.
Yep. I definitely get a lot of the things I felt like from the nose as well. I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, it kind of transfers.
Yeah,
it kind of transfers to it. Which I love when a whiskey does that. When you smell it and it transfers right to the palate.
But sometimes it could be fun if it's like totally unexpected. You're like, whoa, this blew me away, right?
Yeah.
This was totally different than it was on the nose, and yeah, this is great.
It's really good.
Like pie crust. I think some of the rye characteristics. I get some mint.
Yep.
Something a little herbal on it, like parsley,
bready, kind of
mint,
same pie crust.
Pie crust, baking spices come through
spice,
on the palate.
Yep.
Yeah, more so than on the nose, the baking spices.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, this is great.
Well, this was a great job. I think Craig, I think is his name, the distiller.
Okay.
Master distiller. I don't know if he's I think that's of Traverse City.
Yeah.
It was
Chris
No,
is
it's
the owner.
Chris.
Chris is the owner.
But
Okay.
I think Craig might be the distiller.
okay, yeah,
We should
you did a great,
definitely-
great
You did a
job.
good job with this.
On this. Awesome. All right, so yeah, we're gonna just jump into our second question here, and so that is, what small or medium range distillery do you think is going to just blow up next year? So
Curtis.
What is it?
Curtis.
Curtis.
Curtis. Sorry, Curtis.
For the delay, everybody.
Sorry, Curtis.
Coming in,
I
yeah,
apologize, but nice job.
coming in late in the game. Yeah, I just settled on one, but I can think of a few where I think something big might happen. But
Okay, I'm just gonna go with the one.
yeah, I'm gonna go with the one.
Oh shoot.
That's okay. You don't have to. You can do more than one,
It's
Matt.
simply because
Listen,
I can't.
you make the rules.
It's because I can't think of any more. That is why. And I'll think of it.
I'm just going to list a bunch
Yeah,
off so
I'll
at least
think.
I have a chance to be right, maybe.
Okay. All right. Ready and reveal.
Mine might be dumb.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Ooh.
Nice.
I like where you're at, Justin.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
I like that.
Let's do it from the like we did before. From start with Justin. What do you think about chicken cock?
I just think I think the whole thing that they're doing, the packaging. I haven't had a whole lot of their stuff, but the packaging, the old style bottles. I just think their marketing's great.
Yeah.
And I mean, from you were just raving about them too.
Yes.
I mean, in fact, like, I mean, it's just a cool bottle.
Yeah. It's a very
It's a
cool,
cool
bottle.
bottle.
yeah, it's got the
Yeah.
like the vein, the honeycomb vein on the side of the bottle,
It's like
embossed right
prohibition
in there.
style.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this
they're
one,
very
this
cool.
one's actually a single barrel pick, 7-year from our good friend Ricky at TJ's Market. So
Yeah.
we'll be doing one on that. But anyways, yeah, I think they've gotten big in the last year or so because they're kind of they're revamping a little bit, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's
And,
an old brand
yeah.
that's been revamped.
You know, we were talking that Cotton Club bottle was awesome, $500, but 20-year, and it's
Yeah.
a cool tin can, and
Yep.
I don't know, maybe they'll come out with some cool stuff.
Yeah,
I
we'll
can-
see.
I can tell you their master distiller, Greg Snyder, is a genius. He's got like 40 years in the industry. He has been the head of the Cooperage Union for
Oh, wow.
multiple years, was a master distiller at Beam, was a master distiller at Wild Turkey, like has the clout. He is
Yep.
hand selecting the trees that are going into the oak barrels.
Wow.
So he knows what he's doing.
yeah. His
He's
reputation
gone-
precedes
that's
him.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
he's going
Yeah.
out to West Virginia and picking the actual oak trees that are going in his barrels.
Yeah.
That's
That is a level of detail
That's pretty
that
good.
is
Yeah.
unrivaled.
Talk about
probably.
quality control.
Yeah. All right, let's head on over to Matt. What do you think, Matt? Looks like you got a few there.
I do have a few. First, I think Spirits of French Lick, or French Lick, Indiana. Their master distiller, Alan Bishop, is an absolute mad scientist and one of the best at what he does. Taught himself to distill as a kid and is now turning his passion into his job. And the stuff they're putting out is absolutely incredible. Frey Ranch, Ashley and Colby Frey, 6th-generation farmers out in Nevada. They taught themselves to distill, and they are putting out some really great stuff, all estate grown on their farm or within 10 miles from there. And Kings County out in Brooklyn, New York. I just can't say enough great stuff about their products.
They're good stuff, yeah.
Except that they're hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope they get big so that we can find it, but at the same time, I hope they stay small so maybe I can still
Yeah,
find
right.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, those are three really, really nice options, Matt.
We'll see.
Never had
Yeah,
any
good.
of spirits yet. The French. I haven't had any
I
of
haven't had
those.
Spirits of
but
French Lick just
I've heard
yet
great
either,
things.
but Frey Ranch is
Yeah.
out of this world, man. Everything we've had from Frey Ranch is good, and Kings County. Yeah.
Kings County's good. Your guys' pick is delicious, but
So good.
Thank
Frey
you.
Ranch doing like for everything we've tried, so good.
Yeah.
Of this, yeah.
Absolutely. In mine, again, I'm just gonna keep being the most, not uninteresting of all of them. But mine is Hidden Barn because I feel like
think of that. Yeah.
yeah, I just felt like, hey, it's Jackie Zykan's new thing, and it's like I just kind of feel like it's one thing that's she's good at helping with brands and promoting brands and doing that kind of thing, and so I think that's gonna be a big thing for them.
I want it
You
to
know?
be because of her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just want that victory.
Yes.
I need to try it, but I still want it to be good. I want it to do good.
Yeah, I know. I definitely want it to be, and that's the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, I haven't had the ability, because they're not in Michigan, right? So I haven't had the ability to try it, but I'm hopeful that, because she absolutely knows what she's doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's one that she's good at social media too, and I just think that's going to help a lot. Like, she's a great face of a brand. She just knows how to do things.
And listen, you guys have had her on your pod a few times, and it's always good listening.
Yeah, she's
it's
so
always
great to listen
it goes
to.
in any direction,
Tell a story,
and it just flows. Yeah. So
yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she's an absolute delight to talk with, and she definitely brings the clout and has the background to really float a brand. So I wish her all the best. I know they're going great places.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so for our next question here in the game, we are going to ask what currently findable bottle becomes allocated in 2023. So I don't know what you guys are thinking about that.
Okay.
So write it on down. Okay. Oh, that was actually a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Okay.
Yeah, for as long as we sat here and waxed poetic-ated about it off air.
Hey, you're not supposed to tell them about that, Bart. No, just kidding. All right. So let's reveal. What do we got? All right. Cool. Oh yeah. Okay.
That's
all right.
a good one.
That's a good one. That's
that
very
is
smart.
a good one.
This guy's pulling all the tricks on us. He knows what's going on.
I actually bought one of those because it was not being made anymore too. So
Yep. All right, buddy. You start first. We'll
okay,
start
I know mine might be kind of dumb, but Angel's Envy finished rye, finished in Caribbean rum casks. Stuff's good. If you haven't tried it, try it. I waited too long. It is high price, $99, but you almost never see it marked up. I mean, I guess it's the right price.
Yeah.
It's like drinking a gingerbread house and pancakes with maple syrup and molasses, and it's just so good.
It's good.
You're
going to make it allocated. You keep talking about it.
Well, I have to be right. So, I have to make this happen. Manifest.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, I love it. Yeah, I'll get another bottle when mine's finished, too. So, I just think it's good. Getting a cocktail, probably. I haven't done it because I've just drank it neat.
Yep.
But that's mine.
It almost tastes like a cocktail.
Yes, it does. It does. It almost tastes like a cocktail.
It has its own profile.
Yeah.
It is, for 100 proof, 50%. It's like the perfect after dinner.
Yeah.
I think it's really something. I mean, I see it everywhere. Walmart. You go to Walmart, it's sitting there, $99.99.
Yep.
I don't know.
It might be the price that's kind of keeping people away from it. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but if that's you, then maybe consider putting in a few extra bucks for that one.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. What do you think, Matt? It looks like you got a couple, or the Evan Williams there.
Evan Williams single barrel. I think this one is going to go the way of the allocation.
Yeah.
It used to be readily available at $25, $26, $27-ish.
Yep.
Now we're up to low to mid 30s. Rumor has it it's going to be mid 50s in 2023. I think this bottle is going to become allocated. This was where a lot of the Heaven Hill 6-year bottled in bond, the classic white label that everybody loved, when that was discontinued, some of it was poured into the Evan Williams label.
Oh, okay.
So they put a lot of time, effort, and money toward that, and I think this one, especially for a budget bottle, is kind of going to go the way of the Henry McKenna, if you're familiar with what happened
there.
That.
Yep.
Yep, with a Fred Minnick assistance to help the McKenna allocation. Yeah, I think that's a great thought there. I mean, that makes sense. A lot of sense to me. That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
And it's good, too.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
I mean, it's good. I think it's a little... excuse me. You have the luxury of the cheaper prices in Kentucky, obviously, from what I'm hearing. So I think it's a little bit more here in Michigan, but everything is.
Yeah.
Whole state.
Sure.
But either way, what is it, like $40, 30, $40 here?
Yeah. It's not bad.
It's actually good.
Yeah, a single barrel at often 7 to like 8 or 9 years, sometimes even.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, what do you got down there?
All right, so I had a couple options. I said either Calumet 16 or Larceny barrel proof. And the reason I say that is Calumet 16 is one that Justin and I had relatively recently just kind of discovered. It's so good. It just has all these really deep bourbon flavors. It's got caramel, like deep caramel, brown sugar, vanilla, but like it's almost on steroids. It's really, really great. 16 years. Here in Michigan, $150. So, you know what I mean? Like you're getting 16 years, $150. It's a little bit more pricey, but that's why I think we see it sitting on the shelves.
Yeah.
And
again, I mean, $150 for 16 years, it's less than $10 a year.
Per year, yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like 9 something.
Yeah, it's definitely, for sure. So I think that's one that you know, I think people are kind of going to catch on. I think I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube. I've seen things on social media, on Instagram, talking about how great Calumet 16 is, and I think we're going to see that.
We have one of those videos too. So
we do. Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I was thinking, Larceny Barrel Proof as the other one, simply because I saw Breaking Bourbon. I know it's a particular batch or whatever. I think it's C922 or whatever of this
year.
Won
again because it won last year or 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, did it really? So that's even more...
B520, I think, won.
Okay, well then even more to it. I think people are going to catch on that this is, you know, an exceptional, bottle, and that they're just going to keep going for it. And I think maybe that's a possibility that Larceny Barrel Proof might be a tough one to come by. Now, it's a big distillery. They produce a lot of stuff, but that was my thought.
That's interesting because it already is allocated in Kentucky.
Oh. Is it really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't find it on the shelves.
Wow. Yeah, here it's not really...
Yeah, actually, I saw a couple bottles today and was like, wow, Larceny Barrel Proof on the shelf?
Yep.
No kidding.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, well, we'll see what happens with those. All right, guys, that is all the questions we have for today.
I've actually got one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've got a question that was posed recently that I'd love to hear your all's opinion on.
Okay, yeah.
I'm all yours.
Is there such a thing as a daily drinker anymore?
Oh, man. I've never thought about it. I used to think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With rising prices, with stock sometimes diminishing, not able to find what you used to call a daily drinker. Maybe, you know, daily drinker to some people is a $50 bottle, to some people it's a $10 bottle.
Right.
But is there such thing as a readily available or a good quality daily drinker anymore?
Man.
Yeah, that's tough because there's a lot of ones that people would go to, like, for example, Early Times. Who, oh my God, they love Early Times. That was like a $20-something bottle. And at least now in Michigan, it's really tough to find, right? Like, it's a lot harder to find.
Well, since Sazerac
bought it.
They changed
but
up
there
the
are
blending
things
a little
that,
bit on it. It's different.
The
bottom and bond is just different.
I think generationally, those don't exist anymore because this is just my off the top of the lid answer because, you know, you don't have, you know, the dad or maybe your grandpa that does the gym. I'm a Jim Beam guy. Every day I'm buying that every day. There's so much variety now.
Yes.
I think that's an issue. Every day there seems to be a new brand coming out. There's a lot of FOMO.
Yep.
So like with guys like us, at least in our age group, it's like if you ask me what do you drink every day, it's like, oh, something different. I almost have like decision paralysis because of, I mean, you know, like what do I grab? And half the stuff you get, a lot of it you can't find.
And I think a lot of people, a daily drinker usually is like an economy type of thing, right? Where they're like, I just want something that's like $20 or $30 that I know is really good and solid and it's always going to be that way and I'm going to love it. And obviously there's things right now with inflation and just rising costs in general, which can threaten, I think, just a regular daily drinker like that, just in general.
What could be a daily drinker, if I had to pick one? Probably 1910 or Woodford Double Oak. Because it's always there. Yeah, reasonably, they're both about $55. I'd probably lean towards the 1910 as a double oaked because I mean I like the taste profile a little bit better and it's like a dessert whiskey almost.
Delicious.
It's a little higher proof. Maybe I would lean towards that if I had to choose because you can always find it and it's reliable. It's good.
So do you think the daily drinker will become extinct or no? You think we're going to keep on with the daily drinker? And
I think it is extinct.
You think it is?
I don't know. Just simply because of what bourbon is today.
That's an interesting take. Yeah,
I think it is just because you know
there's so much variety.
It's like Pokemon, you know, like our generation grew up trying to collect Pokemon. Now we're trying to collect bourbon. I don't know. We're always trying to collect something. it's a niche market, but within that niche, there's so many options, and we all want to like flex and show what we have, and it's not just like we have to. It's not just I just drink this every night.
Right.
Maybe someone out there does. I don't know. That's my take.
Yeah. All right, Matt. You pose a question. What do you think? We want to know what you think.
I think the daily drinker is quickly disappearing. I think there are still definitely some good values and good quality out there, good quality products for the price. But just like you were saying, Justin, now there's so much popping up, and unfortunately, you can't get into anything new for under $50.
Yeah.
Like there's so much I would love to try, and I can't stomach putting out $60, $70 on a product I know nothing about, that might be sourced, might be finished in something weird, and it's hard to stomach. And so with rising prices, there are some out there. Old Granddad 114 for me, that's a good daily go-to. Another favorite of mine, actually, Mellow Corn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh shit!
Don't hate me for it.
No.
But
Hey.
It serves its purpose, but the daily drinker is I think a quickly diminishing category.
I think that is probably true. I think it is getting more expensive, and certainly craft is one of those things that's gonna stay probably pretty high. 50, 75, you know what I mean? That's kind of how it works. And even, like we're talking about inflation and everything, I can see brands just with things that they just normally have, at a certain price, raising those prices too.
Hot take.
What's
I think the daily drinker is alive. I'm going to change my answer.
You know why?
Hey, all right.
You know why?
It's back.
MGP.
Oh.
Because a lot of what you're drinking is probably MGP.
That's true.
So maybe MGP, is just a daily drinker.
It could be, because you don't even know it's your daily drinker, but it is because it's always MGP.
Just because it's always MGP.
Because it's always
right?
MGP.
Look at the awards.
Yeah.
Every day. Oh, this rye one, 95.5, made in Indiana. Oh, okay. So
I like that too.
Maybe MGP is just the daily drinker nowadays, and they make good stuff. So I'm okay.
They're
with
like
that.
they're your sneaky daily drinker.
You just have to buy a different label and brand every day, but you're still getting MGP.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm. All right, well, you heard it here. That's
good question.
That's your new daily drinker. That's your new daily drinker. I guess
right.
Justin's
MGP.
Justin's calling it for you.
Or Ross and Squid.
Yeah.
As long as it says distilled in Indiana, that's your new daily drinker.
That's the daily drinker.
There it is.
Now, if it's 95.5, you're drinking MGP. I guess.
At least a rye.
Yeah, if it's a rye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining us today. And make sure, if you'd like to like and subscribe. We have plenty of other good content coming your way. And also, thanks, Matt, for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Oh, gentlemen, it's really been my pleasure.
Yeah,
thank you both for putting me on the show here.
Oh, absolutely.
It's been a great time.
And make sure you listen to the Bourbon Life Podcast.
Yep,
So
absolutely. Yep, you can find that on Spotify and all over the place. Apple.
Any place
Apple
you listen to your
Mm-hmm.
podcast, we're probably there.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I do Spotify anyway, but. All right, folks. Well, thanks so much. And again, if you want to get more content like this, you can go to our website at homebar.io. We've got plenty of articles and news and reviews and things of that nature.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and cheers.
Pleasure.
Cheers all.